Unraveling the Genetic Secrets of Mexico's Mammoths, a tale of unexpected diversity. In a groundbreaking discovery, scientists have delved into the ancient DNA of the Columbian mammoth, the only mammoth species endemic to North and Central America. What they found was not only fascinating, but also perplexing, challenging our understanding of these ancient giants. Imagine a mammoth standing tall, approximately 13 feet, 4 meters in height, towering over its woolly mammoth relatives. These Columbian mammoths, Mammothus columbi, coexisted and even interbred with their woolly cousins, leaving behind fossils across Canada, the US, Mexico, and Central America. Yet the story of their evolution in the Americas remains shrouded in mystery. The construction of the Felipe Ángeles International Airport in Mexico in 2019 led to an incredible discovery. Among the vast wealth of Pleistocene fossils uncovered were over 100 Columbian mammoths, providing an unprecedented opportunity for scientific exploration. Federico Sánchez Quinto, a paleogenomicist at the National Autonomous University of Mexico's UNAM International Laboratory for Human Genome Research, was intrigued by the sheer number of fossils. He reached out to those involved in the excavation, and this connection ultimately led to a groundbreaking DNA study. When an animal dies, its DNA rapidly degrades, especially in warm climates. Sánchez Quinto likened DNA to ice cream, explaining that it preserves better in the cold. Despite this challenge, Ángeles Tavares Guzmán, a co-author and biotechnology engineer, remained hopeful, drawing inspiration from a recent study that successfully extracted ancient DNA from a similarly warm climate. The scientists sequenced 61 mitochondrial genomes from 83 mammoth molars, with 5 radiocarbon-dated samples indicating an age range of 11,000 to 16,000 years. Their research, published in the journal Science on August 28, revealed some intriguing findings. By piecing together ancient DNA, scientists can trace the mammoth's journey across the Americas. However, this study unveiled some puzzling genetic differences. Previous research suggested that a lineage of Eurasian steppe mammoths, Mammothus trigontheri, mated with woolly mammoths before crossing Beringia, an icy land bridge, into North America approximately 800,000 to 400,000 years ago. This interbreeding ultimately led to the Columbian mammoth species. One theory proposed that Columbian mammoths continued their southward migration, eventually reaching what is now Mexico. This theory would be supported by finding similar DNA in Mexican and northern Columbian mammoths. But the team's findings took an unexpected turn. They discovered that Columbian mammoths in Mexico exhibited genetic differences from their counterparts in the US and Canada. Despite being the same species, the Mexican Columbian mammoths had a unique genetic makeup. Furthermore, the team found that the common ancestor of the Mexican Columbian mammoths diverged much earlier than those that migrated to and remained within the US and Canada. Eduardo Arrieta Donato, a researcher at UNAM's International Laboratory for Human Genome Research, suggested that this common ancestor could be considered the great-great-great-grandmother of the Mexican mammoths. She was already a hybrid of steppe and woolly mammoths from Beringia, and as her descendants bred and migrated southward, they may have become isolated from other North American mammoths, explaining their genetic uniqueness. These findings suggest that Columbian mammoth evolution was far more complex than previously thought. Sánchez Quinto emphasized Mexico bears important genetic variation that is not present in other places. Interestingly, other Pleistocene species excavated in Mexico, such as black bears and mastodons, also displayed divergent genetic lineages compared to their northern relatives. The discovery of genetic variation in 3 different species migrating southward indicates something extraordinary occurred during this migration. Love Dallin, a professor of evolutionary genetics at the Center for Paleogenetics at Stockholm University, who was not involved in the study, expressed his admiration for the team's achievement. he stated, "I am very impressed that Federico and colleagues have managed to get DNA from such heavily degraded samples. It is a mammoth feat to get DNA from tropical late Pleistocene samples." The team's paper highlighted two significant aspects. Firstly, it challenged the expectation that DNA extraction is less likely in warm climates. Secondly, it demonstrated that DNA analysis can be conducted locally without the need to export samples to other countries. Sanchez Quinto emphasized, labs in the global south have all the capacity to carry out these projects. Sometimes what we are missing is the money. This new research opens up exciting avenues for exploration. To fully understand the genetic uniqueness of Mexican species, more DNA samples from a wider geographic distribution are needed. Sanchez Quinto believes that further screening of the biodiversity in the tropics over time is essential, ideally conducted by local scientists. As we delve deeper into the genetic mysteries of Mexico's mammoths, we uncover a complex web of evolution and migration. The story of these ancient giants continues to unfold, leaving us with more questions than answers. What other secrets lie hidden in the DNA of these majestic creatures? Only time and further research will tell.